from student to C-level managers, and different people, different mindset, from startup founders, co-founders, and the main point, we merge these people at the same point, same ambition, and this Bahcesehir University. I grew my network day by day. And the last year of IEEE, I was become the vice president of the club.
Awesome.
End of the year of my university, the fourth year, I got accepted.
Network is net worth. You see?
Exactly. Absolutely.
And the passion you had, and you took it, and you finally are sitting in America right now. Man, that's great. Hey everyone, my name is Rayan. I'm a third year AI engineering student at Bahcesehir University, and I create content on social media platforms like YouTube, Instagram, and other social media platforms where I talk about AI and its latest advancements. So today with me I have Deniz, and he is a fourth year software engineering student at Bay Atlantic University in Washington, D.C. He has been studying at Bahcesehir, and he went at Bay Atlantic University for his for an exchange program. So hi Deniz, how are you?
I'm doing well, Ryan. How are you too?
I'm good. So I'll just tell the audience a little bit about you. So Deniz I've been following his journey. His journey is amazing, and I originally reached out to him on LinkedIn. His journey is really impressive. So he has done a lot of internships and organized events, and so I liked his journey, and then I reached out to him. So hi Deniz, could you tell me a little bit about you to the audience?
Yeah, of course. First of all, thank you for having me, Ryan, this content. And first of all, my name is Deniz Yazıcıoğlu. I study software engineering at Bahcesehir University. Also, as a last year, I study information technology in Atlantic University in Washington, D.C. as an exchange student. So I'm interested in data science and artificial intelligence with cloud applications.
Right.
And a quick introduction about myself.
That's good, man. So we'll dive into the first question. So this podcast will be about some of the experiences that Deniz has gained, and some of the insights he will share with my audience, so that we as students could learn, and we can also go abroad for exchange programs either, and start networking with people. So Deniz, my first question to you would be, how did you get the opportunity to go to Bay Atlantic on an exchange program? Could you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, of course. So I got this question from my friends as well. So Bay Atlantic University is a kind of exchange program who provides from the Bahcesehir University. It's a study abroad name, and I applied. Actually, it was a really spontaneous, because I work in the States in the Bahcesehir University. I saw the brochure on the wall, and yes, I applied. So interestingly, it was the first time they opened this program, and they assessed the GPA, your language criteria, your background, your personal statements, goals. So the first question they asked me, why should I accept you, and what are your motivations to study in Atlantic University?
So you just applied spontaneously, and you did not expected yourself to be accepted.
Yes.
But how did you get accepted? Did they ask some of the questions, or how was it?
Yeah, it was really great and not that too hard. They look at my GPA, my language criteria, so my motivation to why am I studying in the USA as an IT as an exchange program. Also, interestingly, I had planned to study in United States from my high school years, but at the end of the year of my university, the fourth year, I got accepted.
Man, that is great. It was kind of your dream, and it got you got accepted for it. So how is like Washington? How is America? Do you like it?
How is America? America is good nowadays. So this is not my first time I came to the United States. I came several times before as a tourist, but this is the first time I stayed longer and as a student. So as a student, Washington D.C. is the capital of the United States, as you know, and everyone is a governmental employee and 9-to-5 job. So quite other than Istanbul.
That's nice. That's nice.
Being a student in United States is really good because I also utilize the student benefits. For example, public transportation is free. We got the
Oh.
UPass, so we have lots of discounts on bike, food, other stuffs, and even the people respect the students who has a college degree and study in university in Americans. Also, I have a chance to observe the American people, different culture and diverse of people at my Bay Atlantic universities. Bay Atlantic University include lots of nations and students, has a unique education system and good teachers at the same time, and they get
So
orientation.
you basically got to network with different people from different cultures and different traditions and different nations, right?
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we'll move on to the second question from this, which is how did you find networking and how important do you think is networking? Because you've organized hackathons, you've organized a lot of events there, and how was your experience meeting new people? And could you tell us a little bit about networking?
Yeah. So I will give you this question a little bit long answer because it was
Sure, take your time. Yeah.
3 years ago.
Yeah.
We were in the prep school with my friends, and during the 2020 is a pandemic, it was online, and a group of friends, computer engineer, software engineer, and AI engineer, and we joined the club called IEEE in the student branch, and I was the committee member. After that, we worked the computer society. After that, I became a head of computer society of IEEE students branch, and I organized hackathons, webinars, seminars, game jams.
Wow.
And also workshops. And 2021, 2022, the 2 years, we were the most popular club, academic club in Bahcesehir University.
Wow.
We made many events and many attendees at the same time. At the same time, I meet the people from student to C-level managers and different people, different mindset, from startup founders, co-founders, and the main point, we merge these people at the same point, same ambition, and this Bahcesehir University. And we have to communicate with these people before the event, and I have to organize my teammates. So, for example, you have to do the sponsorship, and you have to do the workshop webinars and other etc. ideas, and we get a team, and we will get experience about the research, about the technical and interpersonal skills. We improve our interpersonal skills because we have to communicate with people when we go to business life. And this is the main point. And I grew my network day by day. And the last year of IEEE, I was become the vice president of the club.
Wow,
and
that's great.
I was, yeah. So at the same time, I was the Marmara region student representative about IEEE student branch for the global organization. We was CSCon in Ankara. More than 2,000 attendees with more than 50 teachers.
Wow.
But 2 days, we stay in 2 days in Ankara. It was a really great experience, and we improve our network. Actually, my goal, I give so many importance to expand my network because in my friend, I look at this mindset. One person is a one chance one day, and you will never know.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
I recently met a person which at my university. He had a really good line. He said that network is net worth. You see?
Exactly. Absolutely.
So that is a really, deep line if you think about it. And I'm actually really impressed by your background and the ambitions and the passion you had, and you took it, and you finally are sitting in America right now. Man, that's great. So
even America or Istanbul doesn't. In my social life, I have to become the more active person.
Exactly.
Also, in addition, I used to stay active using LinkedIn and Medium because I blog post on Medium.
Yeah, I saw one of them. Great.
I stay in the keep up with LinkedIn, the like other people post and post some stuffs and achievements. Because in 21st century, the employers and the HR look your LinkedIn and if you're active or not, besides technical skills. Because in my opinion, in 21st century, we have Google, ChatGPT, internet, everything that we can utilize. The HR and employers look at the technical skills, of course, but beside technical skills, they give an importance about your interpersonal skills. If you're a good teamwork player, warm-hearted, crisis, you ever manage the crisis at the limit of time, because everyone knows technique nowadays in ChatGPT, Google. But the interpersonal skills and being a good team player in big companies or startup is a key point actually in success.
That's nice. Like you're trying to say that in the world of ChatGPT and this technology stuff, how good are you at making or being creative from your side? That's great. That's great. So I'll ask a quick question that how if someone like students like us, they are kind of scared when they want to network with students, either let's say if they see a group of people, they would be scared to reach out to them. And a lot of students, they don't ask professors questions because they're scared of what professor will think. Is the question correct or not? Or if a person is sitting somewhere near to me and he thinks like I want to reach out to him for maybe to make my network a bit better, so they kind of get scared to go up to that person and ask that person some questions or to be a friend with. How do you find this thing? How can you tell students to broaden their perspective with this thing? They kind of get scared, but they shouldn't, which is because if they shouldn't get scared, they would have a lot of benefits which they wouldn't even think of. They don't know the benefits. So how can you tell the students that they should network without getting scared?
Actually, I will have an experience about the same stuff. During my first year,
we would love this experience
of university, I'm a little bit introvert person,
right?
And I'm a little shy and not do so many socialized things. And day by day, I improve my network because from my friend or friend of my friend goes like that and go to the socials. Is LinkedIn and the meetups or events, they have to be entrepreneurs. They have to be meet with people because they have to. Because nowadays in the 21st century, networking is a key point.
Exactly.
Key point of success. I mean, you have to do network and forget about the shy things because no one can judge you.
Yeah. Students have to, people at the age of 20 or students at university, they have to forget they have to take the scary thing that they're like scared about out of their mind so they can interact. They like in this time, people like students, let's say, they are really scared. They just want to go to their home. They just want to don't get out of their home and see what's going on, what's going in the world. They don't want to see that because they're scared. So I think networking is really important. They should get out. They should go to the universities, schools. They should meet new people because then you get to learn about a lot of stuff. You get the exposure of different stuff that's been going on, and it could benefit you in the long run.
Of course. Also, I will add something. As a professor during the lectures and after lectures, most of the people think like that. They're scared about ask the professor questions, but they don't have to because the professors can generally is available. Because most of the people, students think like that, and no one goes to professor. If you got a professor to ask something, maybe after about general things. Not on lecture, maybe but your project, personal project, your career fair or roadmap, they can help you because they say that Ryan came to my office and asked a question. He is an ambitious guy. I have to help him.
Yes.
Because they talk like that. Because no one can go professors.
Yes.
And you have to be 100 or 1 million people, but it has to be. You have to be unique, and you have to evaluate the chances.
Yeah, so you have to network, you have to ask questions, you have to do that thing. So we'll move on to the next question. You have interned at Huawei and Panasonic as a business analyst, and you have interned at Huawei and Panasonic. So how did you get the opportunity? How can you teach, for example, if someone has to land an internship, how would they do that? How can students, or students mainly, how can they land an internship, because they're worried about it and they think that they cannot? But how you did landed an internship at Huawei and Panasonic. How did you do that? Because those two are some great companies. So can you tell me a little bit about your experience and how did you land an
Well,
internship?
How did I get the internship from Huawei and Panasonic?
Yeah.
Actually, I asked for this question too.
Really?
It was all networking.
Nice.
With networking, actually, they found me. Just I didn't apply to Panasonic. They found me via Coop. We have in Bahcesehir University via Coop office, and they reached out through my mail, and I accept the interview, and they evaluate some criteria. Actually, I will begin with the first of all Panasonic because it's my first long-term internship, about 6 months. Panasonic is a global Japanese company about the electrical and IT stuff. I was in the IT department as a system analyst and business analyst.
All right.
They assess my interpersonal skills.
Oh.
For real. They assess my interpersonal skills, and after that, they got the technical assessment.
Oh, so those skills are important more than the technical ones.
Yeah, because in global companies in the world, they're a big team, and they work as a team, and the employers focus on our interpersonal skills and communicate with the other team members. Is an adapted and friendly environment. Yeah, in global companies, Panasonic, there are lots of diverse cultural people besides Turkish people. Japanese, Indians, Koreans working there, and they're really friendly environment. By the way, I was a little surprised, and yeah, they got 9 to 5 job, but they're friendly environment also of the job as well. As a system analyst, I work as a kind of project manager. I document some stuff. I contact and mail the other departments. Well, in addition, I got the report to my manager about the presentations and the other stuffs in the facility. We create a product which is in the Power BI dashboard, and we have mailed to other third-party companies, stuff like that in about 6 months. But the most beneficial part of Panasonic for me, I have a good presentation skills.
Oh, nice. That's nice.
They provide me good presentation skills.
With that, I'll ask a quick question about that. How can students learn to present their stuff? Because again, they're scared of being in front of the crowd and to do a short speech or something, because they get a little nervous. So how can they improve their skills?
Actually, being nervous is a little bit key point of being a good presenter, because also they have to practice more and more, because we're in the 20s, and when we come to our 32 years old, we have to know this before that. And we are in the 20s, we are still learning.
Yes.
And we have a chance to make mistakes. It's okay.
Exactly.
But in the 30s, we don't have a chance to make mistakes in the presentation. And also, you have to present yourself, present your work, because if you don't able to present your work, it is nothing.
Yeah, if you have no work, it's like nothing to you. It means nothing. Then.
Customers and managers focus on the results.
Exactly.
If you didn't understand the result of the consequences, they're gonna invest you. They're gonna accept your job. Even when you apply job for interview, you have to present yourself.
Exactly, because I heard this line somewhere, if you don't present, if you don't show what you do, it doesn't exist.
Yeah.
So that is great, man.
My experience, and about 2 years ago, one of a friend of mine got the interview.
Yeah.
The company. He has lots of projects, his ambitions, high GPA, but he's a little bit shy and doesn't able to speak very clearly with what they do. And the other guy, his opponent, not to have so many projects, but a social guy, and he has to explain himself better. And the guy got accepted because he can explain it better.
That's nice, because I think confidence is the key one should have confidence in himself or herself to be able to present what they have, because if they don't, it doesn't exist. You have to be confident, and you have to be able to show what you do in this world of ChatGPT and technology and stuff like that. You have to show what you do. That is really important. And that was great when like companies reached out to you through LinkedIn. You did not apply to them. That was I like the point, because one should have enough skills in himself.
To interrupt you.
Sure.
Panasonic reached out me via email, and as a Huawei internship, I was in the event meetup about the Huawei event as an attendee.
Yeah.
And I'm not shy, and I asked the speakers and the managers, "Hi, I'm Deniz. Nice to meet you. I like your work, and do you have an opportunity or possibility work as internship in Huawei?" And they got my contact information to this letter. They called me. We have a
when's your availability? When can you?
Position like that if you want. Yeah, the cloud engineer, because I interested in cloud applications as well, and I got the interview, and it was about the 1 month internship in Huawei company.
That's nice. I like that, because you have to reach out to people. You have to shout, kind of. You have to make noise. Otherwise, it doesn't exist. Otherwise, you don't have nothing. You have to go to people. You have to reach out to them. Yeah.
Well, only remember the people who make noise.
Yes, that's I like it. All right. So the next question I have is, you've attended high profile tech events like Google Cloud and AI Meetup in Washington DC. How did you find them? How was your experience there, and what insights did you gain from them, and how important the events are, the conferences, for students?
Yeah, for example, it's so important because I got the whole internship from the meetup. Also, in Istanbul, I have the same mindset. I will search on the events in the different universities. Besides, I organize the events myself, and I try to attend the different events from the Istanbul Technical University, Yıldız Technical University, and online events, because there's some information and knowledge. In USA, same thing. Mindset keep going, and I look at the sort of Eventbrite and the other stuff, the brochures, and the Google. I search it, and lots of many tech events in United States, because they want to hire engineers and
yes.
technology fields, because in Amazon wants to hire engineers in United States because they need them employees.
That's nice.
Yeah, in Washington, there are so many events about the tech industry. There's and Google Cloud.
Because it's America. It's a technology hub, So
yeah, last time I attended the Google Cloud event in downtown of Washington, DC, and the key differences when I saw in Istanbul to United States, they're so friendly in United States. They give some water, snacks, food, socializing. Every event, attendees got socialize each other, drink water, eat snacks. After the speakers come, they listen, and speakers like a friendly environment, not a meeting.
Oh, I see.
So, yeah, the last speech of mine, I speak with the key difference between observe in the USA events and events in Istanbul. The key difference, they are much friendly, and it can be a CEO, CTO, and it can be an employee. It doesn't matter in USA. They act like a same, because they are the human.
Yeah.
But in Istanbul and Middle Eastern countries, they are a bit different. Like hierarchy is important in Middle Eastern countries.
Yes.
But in USA, it doesn't matter.
Right. So the people are more friendlier, and socializing is better.
Yeah.
There.
But interestingly, I was only one student. I'm the only one student who attended the event.
So you should have that ambition.
Employee is a people.
Yeah. So I think
you should see me.
Oh, nice. So I think the passion and the ambition in yourself, that only matters, because you have to. If you just sit around, you wouldn't have many opportunities, and if you go out and meet new people, go to events and attend the events, it would be much beneficial for you, you know. So that's great. I like your answer. So let's finally move on to the last question, which is the most exciting. I like this question. Is that what one piece of advice would you give to students that are, that want to come into this career and they want to grow their networking? So what one piece of advice that is?
For them, because I guess it's a good question.
Yeah,
By the way,
it's an interesting one.
The first of all, they have to encourage themselves. Don't shy.
Yeah.
Don't be introvert.
Mhm.
Make some noise and shoot out. That's it. And emphasize their learning beyond universities. For example, they have to take online courses, hackathons, real world experience, best practices. They shouldn't stay on the theoretical. They have to make the real world experience
Mhm.
for to get the job. Also, they try to observe certifications. For example, accredited certifications from university or other companies. And stress the importance of building a personal brand. They have to stress themselves. It's okay. Enough stress is a good point to it push you go to the success. For example, personal projects, blogs, portfolio, podcast. They have to do some
Yeah, just like
stuff.
I reached out to you, I was kind of like, kind of scared, maybe, let's say, because I was like, what will he say, and what, like, if he would come onto the podcast or no. But I took the step. I reached out to Deniz. I messaged him on LinkedIn, and then he said yes. He was so happy. I was glad myself. So I think that is a really great point. You should make some noise. And one piece of advice that I would give to students, let's say, or to anyone, it applies to anyone, is that just start. Just
Yes,
start.
yes.
You don't have to think a lot about stuff that doesn't really matter. You have to just start. Just take that step. That is, I think, the best piece of advice I could give.
Also, yeah, it can be a late, but shouldn't have to be disappointed because you are one step ahead the person who doesn't even start yet.
Man, I like that. I like that. Exactly. You're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're one step ahead of someone who isn't doing anything. So
Yes.
also, I learned one technique, or let's say one method that I learned from a YouTube video. There's a really good teacher. His channel name is the Scores or something. I don't really. Yeah, the Math Scores or something like that. I might have pronounced it incorrectly, but he's a math teacher. He teaches calculus and stuff, so he gives really good advice, to students. So there was one email that he got from a student, and the student he said that he hasn't been, coping up with studies, and he doesn't think he will get good grades, and his situation is not that good. But he said that there's one thing he did, and he would say to students as well to do, and I would also just suggest it, is that wake up. He said, wake up in the morning, and 1 hour before your class, 1 hour before you wake up, study that particular subject. Do whatever you have to do that one thing 1 hour before, till 1 hour, and then you'll be ahead of everyone, because that person who's your competitor or whatever might be sleeping, and you are doing, you're grinding, you're doing the work, you're putting in the effort. So I think that is the best advice. You would be ahead of everyone would be sleeping at the time, at let's say 6 a.m., 5 a.m. But you are the only one who is who woke up and chose to study, chose to make a video, chose to do a podcast. So I think that is a really good point, and I would suggest people to take this step and do. What do you think about this?
I totally agree with you. People take these steps, as I mentioned before, and they have to do some stuffs because you can be sleep late, but you have anxiety to wake up early to your job,
Yeah.
to your project. Because for example, last night I slept at 2 a.m. and I wake up at 7 a.m. because I'm so excited to make some projects and blogs.
Exactly.
When you become ambitious person,
Mhm.
and the insights, some exact things, to make stuff, because yeah, you will know that in 1 month later, maybe 1 year later, maybe 10 years later, they're gonna affect you. The consequences will
in the
affect-
long term, it would affect you in a good way.
yes.
Also, I
And
would like to highlight, sorry for interrupting, I would like to add one more piece of advice, which is that if you want to, get extra benefit out of something, you have to work extra,
yeah, last time I said opportunities comes to actually seek them. Because if you didn't seek the opportunities, you have to just wait, but wait for no reason. It doesn't have a point. You have to take actions, do some stuffs. Time is gone. You
Yeah.
cannot change time.
Time is short, man. That is.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right. Time is really short. You think that you have time, but you don't have time, That is the point. So, do you have to say?
wanting something is a good thing about more motivation, inside motivation, but take actions. You have to be disciplined beside the motivation. Motivation is a plays important role to begin you something, but discipline makes it every day.
Nice. Discipline, motivation it is, discipline and consistency, I'd say, and hard work. That
Yes.
four things you need in life in order to grow in any term.
Yeah.
It would be career, it would be your sports, it would be, your YouTube channel. It could be anything that you have to do. You have to be consistent and you have to put that hard work in, extra work in to get that extra, benefit from it.
Also, I'm a person who has a mindset like that. Education can be finished, but the learning until you die, because we have to make the continuous learning. We're in tech industry. We're seeing AI, data science, ChatGPT stuffs, and they improve themselves day by day, logarithmically, not
Oh,
linearly.
nice, man.
And
I like that.
we have to adapt themselves to these technologies.
Yeah, we don't. I think we don't have to put that much time into technologies. We have to either use technology to grow ourselves, because people just waste time using, ChatGPT and stuff like that. They have to, understand the models, the ChatGPT stuff. They have to either use them in order to grow themselves with. They don't just have to use, I'd say use ChatGPT for a task, but don't just get done with the task. You have to learn the task as well.
Yes.
You should learn from ChatGPT. You should learn from anything, Google or something, but you have to learn side by side as well. By doing the stuff you have to doing ChatGPT and all, you have to learn, because a lot of people just create applications and stuff just by doing, vibe coding. There's a term nowadays, if you know. So they just, vibe code, and they don't actually know how the coding stuff works. So they spend so much time debugging it and stuff like that. It the problems occur. So I think they should know first how to code. They should know how the task works. Then they should, improve their task by giving it to ChatGPT and stuff, because they, at the first place, they know what the task is about. They don't have to just prompt and get everything. They have to learn how the thing works.
Yeah, it can be helpful when you short-term task, where yeah, you can get a good grade from
Yeah.
your lectures, lessons, but when you go to the business world or IT company, it's really different.
Yes.
It is really different.
Yes.
You have to use ChatGPT to help you.
Yeah, to help you. Yeah, you're right. So, man, it was nice meeting you. You have landed internships at Huawei Panasonic. You have attended events and hackathons, organized events and stuff, workshops. So it was really nice, meeting you, having a little conversation to help students, my audience, and it was really great to have you. You explained how networking works, how networking is, how important it is, and the advice you gave. Everything was so helpful, and I hope the ones that are watching would gain some insights, some valuable insights from our podcast, our interview. So, anything you have to say?
Yeah, thank you for the invitation. Thank you for inviting me. It was a really good conversation on podcast.
Yeah,
It was my pleasure,
it was
and
good,
I
man.
wish this podcast can help the students and your audiences.
Definitely.
Maybe one day or someday in your they want to study big companies in your
Inshallah.
their personal life.
Yes.
Hopefully,
Hopefully. I hope they learn. I hope I have learned. I hope you have learned. we all have learned something, and thank you for providing your time out of your busy schedule. And I hope the audience would have learned something great. And yeah, that was it. That was a short podcast about how you can land internships, how you can network with people, how networking is important, what advice is and stuff. And thank you, man. And see you again in some other podcast.
Thank you. It was really my pleasure. Thank you.